this time, Ben and Sierra, they're finally together again. I waited so long for this. I promise you, the part of me I never stopped hoping, I never stopped believing that one day you'd be looking back at me with those big, beautiful eyes.
Get the hell away from me.
Maybe it's me.
Okay, I know you. I know who you are. You're Ben Weston. You're the next high killer.
Hello.
New Amsterdam, tonight at 10/9 Central on NBC.
You and Steve are good partners. We've worked together a long time. I can anticipate what he's thinking, what he's going to do. Yeah, we have a great rapport.
Elliot put his papers in. There's nothing I can do.
The Never Settle show starts in 42 minutes, and it's going to be on YouTube, or you can listen here. You can listen to DBL with me.
Brand new Punky Brewster, and I'm so excited to be back playing this role after all these years. So I did a little shopping to help me get back into character. Wish me luck. Watch the new Punky Brewster now on Peacock. Thanks to Target.
Let me check this Lenovo screen. Why did that just stop?
This is life for migraine sufferers. Dark rooms and shutting out the world. Meet Cephalid Dual, the FDA-cleared, drug-free way clinically proven to treat migraines quickly and effectively. Cephalid Dual.
Hello, we're going to watch the Never Settle show premiere in 41 minutes. Right now, I'm scanning my computer.
Side effects may include drowsiness during use, temporary allergic rash on forehead, or low-grade headache following preventative treatment. Go to Cephalid.com now to try Cephalid Dual risk-free for 60 days.
Let me check what other messages are on my computer. All right, let me see what this says. 31 programs found. It finds something every day. 366 items can be fixed. Space can be saved. Items can be fixed. No security issues found. What can be fixed?
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
A DBL daytime exclusive. Aaliyah Taylor, the ex-girlfriend of former NFL player Chad Wheeler, opens up about the night she says he brutally beat her.
The moment he wrapped his
Hello.
around my throat, that's when I thought, okay, I'm going to die.
I'll put it in the chat. Hello.
And Megan Thee Stallion's provocative performance at the Grammys. Was it too sexy for the family-friendly award show? Moms behaving badly, with one woman accused of creating deep fake videos to frame cheerleading rivals. Plus, did another mom and her daughter really rig a high school homecoming court contest? And Glenn Close lands an Oscar and a Razzie nomination for the same role. Will she take home awards for being the best?
Hold on a second. DBL stands for Daily Blast Live, and you can watch the first half hour. You used to be able to watch the whole hour. You can watch the first half hour in Portland, Oregon on NBC, but you can watch the whole show. I think they stream it on Facebook Live and YouTube. Hello, Jasper Ghost. All right. All right. I need to put my compression stockings on, and yeah. Woof Woof will say hello to you while I do that.
Plus, did another mom and her daughter really rig a high school homecoming court contest? And Glenn Close lands an Oscar and a Razzie nomination for the same role. Will she take home awards for being the best, but also the worst?
Oh, it's not a reason. It's always someone else's fault.
Real, honest, entertaining, live.
DBL starts right
Yeah,
now.
actually, they only show half an hour, so we can listen to the whole half hour.
DBL, it is Tuesday, March 16th. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Al. Erica joins us from home. Now, first, we have coming up a DBL daytime exclusive. Aaliyah Taylor, the ex-girlfriend of former NFL player Chad Wheeler, opens up about the night she says he brutally beat her. She's sharing her survival story to DBL in hopes of helping others. That is coming up. You do not want to miss it. And that'll be coming up a little later in the show. All right, so let's get right to it. Players on an Oklahoma high school girls basketball team are speaking out right now. They're reacting to a sports announcer calling them the N-word after they kneeled during the national anthem at a recent game. The announcer was caught on a hot mic using the offensive language. Listen.
That announcer. I hope he gets fired.
The announcer has apologized. He blamed the rant on a spike in his blood sugar, explaining that he suffers from type 1 diabetes. Meantime, some of the girls from the team talked about the comments during a press conference yesterday with their attorney, Ben Crump. Here's some of what they said.
I took a knee to stand against social justice and racism. And when I first heard the news that our team was called the N-word, I was just in disbelief. And the broadcaster should be held accountable so something like this doesn't happen in the future.
That's right.
The NFHS, the network that broadcast the game, released a statement saying, in part, quote, "We are aggressively investigating the incident and have immediately cut ties with the third-party production crew that was involved." They also said the network firmly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination. The girls' team did go on to win the state championship, yes. Okay, so what do you all make of this? And what do you think of the announcer's explanation for his comments? Please write us in. Before we start, Al, I just want to say that we, as a show, we reached out to Dr. Pyle Coley. She's an expert when it comes to medicine, and we asked her about the diabetes excuse. She said, yes, if you produce a ton of insulin, you could get somehow foggy, but it doesn't make you racist. And that's someone that would be producing a ton of insulin. So
and then she blocked your number. Asking that silly question.
But we
have to do our due diligence on this show.
We have to, so yes, squash that. It's an excuse, a poor excuse. Shame on him. Go out.
You know, it's a couple things. One, Jeff, and you know, you played high school sports at a high level. You played in college as well. Going to states is a big deal. Huge. It's something that will probably be the pinnacle of their athletic career, and that's a big deal in itself. And I think about 20 years from now, they're with the girls now, women, when they get together and watch this thing and they're laughing like, okay, look at your ponytail. They'll remember that this happened. So that was taken away from them, and that does make me sad. But you know what? It really makes me think about myself. And
what is he talking about? Look at your ponytail.
Shame on him. Go out.
You know, it's a couple things. One, Jeff, and you know, you played high school sports.
Well, folks, I'm going to check this.
You played in college as well. Going to states is a big deal. Huge. It's something that will probably be the pinnacle of your athletic career, and that's a big deal in itself. And I think about 20 years from now, they're with the girls now, women, when they get together and watch this thing and they're laughing like, look at your ponytail. They'll remember that this happened. So that was taken away from them, and that does make me sad. But you know what? It really makes me think about myself and the coming conversations I have to have with my young son about his interactions with the police and things like this. And it's something I keep putting off because I know that just like these girls, they're not going to be the same person going into that conversation as they are leaving. So I'm sorry this happened to these girls. But I should say that a lot of these women have incredible Division I scholarships coming up, so they have a bright future.
They do. And before you chime in, I just want to get Erica in. Erica, considering that you've been very transparent on our show about situations where you have been called that horrific slur, what advice would you give to these young girls, considering, you know, that everything that you've gone through?
Oh, young queens, winning is the only answer. So kudos on that. Yeah, you continue to win, you continue to vibrate, you continue to level up because people are coming for you when you vibrate that high. This is very reminiscent of Don Imus calling the Rutgers basketball team nappy-headed hoes after their win, the pinnacle of their success.
I'm going to stand up and do my exercises. Ow!
About racial racial slurs, as opposed to some people who should be celebrating something really special and important. So win, always continue to win, because no one can say jack when you win.
Yes, Erica, well said. Okay, so Jeff, there's more controversy over Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's performance at the Grammys. People are very upset at the explicit song and dance. A lot of the performance was too graphic for daytime television, but here's a short portion that we're allowed to show you. Okay, the performance did include a warning, though, beforehand, that may not be appropriate for small children.
I didn't see the warning.
Other portions included the two women doing an intricate dance while intertwined all on top of a giant bed. Some folks are complaining that this performance was allowed to be broadcast nationally, but Mr. Potato Head was canceled. Others on Twitter commented, quote, "This performance was trashy for a show that is supposed to be family friendly." Another person wrote, "I am mortified for all who just witnessed what has happened to our society. Unacceptable." But some defended the performance, saying, quote, "Don't want your kids seeing that. Be a parent. Don't let your kids see that." So DBL Nation, of course, we want to hear from you. In your opinion,
at the top of their game in the field of what?
Family friendly. Another person wrote, "I am mortified for all who just witnessed what has happened to our society. Unacceptable." But some defended the performance, saying, quote, "Don't want your kids seeing that. Be a parent. Don't let your kids see that." So DBL Nation, of course, we want to hear from you. In your opinion, was the performance too graphic, and should performances like this be canceled? Write us in on Facebook and YouTube, Jeff.
Well, glad you went to me first. I hate to be the old funny daddy on the show, but to me, it's not. Listen, what am I supposed to say?
Now you are a funny daddy.
I have to say funny daddy because if I say anything else, I might be canceled. So I really have to walk on eggshells over here when I'm on air. I don't think it's classy. To me, it's not classy. I think CBS should be held to a higher standard. ABC just released Chris Harrison for an opinion he had on something. Some people agree with it, some people don't agree with it. It was an opinion. ABC had to let him go. CBS has fired people in this era, whether it be Me Too, Black Lives Matter, whatever it may be, have been fired. We put this on the air. Mr. Potato was a terrible example. Dr. Seuss is a better example because that's a visual. It wasn't anything written that was racist in Dr. Seuss. It was the pictures in Dr. Seuss. That was visual. They got canceled. The White House said you are no longer part of National Book Day. This is a visual that people see. I don't understand why we judge one thing and cancel it and the other thing. I'm not offended by it, okay? If I had daughters, I might be. I do want to say that.
Dr. Seuss canceled themselves, and they only canceled 6 books, not all of them.
People in this era, whether it be Me Too, Black Lives Matter, whatever it may be, have been fired. We put this on the air. Mr. Potato was a terrible example. Dr. Seuss is a better example because that's a visual. It wasn't anything written that was racist in Dr. Seuss. It was the pictures in Dr. Seuss. That was visual. They got canceled. The White House said you are no longer part of National Book Day. This is a visual that people see. I don't understand why we judge one thing and cancel it and the other thing. I'm not offended by it, okay? If I had daughters, I might be. I do want to say that. I have 2 sons. I wasn't offended by it, but I understand how people could be.
So I'll just say this, Jeff, really quickly. The Dr. Seuss people pulled that book themselves. That was not canceled by the public.
But the White House took it off of National Book Day.
Those were not the popular ones anyway. So I just don't like to.
I don't think that, Erica, chime in. I don't think, listen, Jeff, I know you're not offended, but I don't think that we can compare sex or sex positivity, even though I would not let my children watch it. So I'm with you, Jeff. However, I'm not going to compare sex positivity to racism. I understand that other people have been positivity to racism. These women should be canceled because adults can watch this. This is sex positive.
Okay,
I
Erica.
really think that we're conflating a lot of things. First of all, Megan Stallion or Cardi B called for the cancellation of Mr. Potato Head, so we can stop that conversation right now. I think that some things that could be conflated are the way that Janet Jackson was treated versus the way that we saw Madonna or Britney or Christina when they go down as one of the most iconic displays in history. So I think that this actually is like the pendulum swinging back. Like Janet slipped so Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion could WAP. They're taking ownership over their art. They're taking ownership for people to see 2 Black women or women of color really express themselves unapologetically in this way. And if people have a problem with it, just remember that there's a lot of songs out there that your kids are singing, and the moment that you tell them that it's something they can't do, they gravitate towards it. Remember parental advisories during the height of gangster rap? that backfired. So
Erica,
just keep that in mind.
the UFC was on this week. It was men fighting in a cage. It was a horrible eye injury. Jeff, did you watch the UFC this weekend? Would you let Lawson watch it?
Yeah, listen, I understand what you're saying.
And I'm not
we live in an era of cancel culture. I'm not trying to be racist here when Erica says two black women. I'm not comparing two black women. I'm not even comparing sexuality to this. Actually, I am a little bit if you're a young woman watching sexuality to one of those people as your idol. I'm comparing it to we live in this whole society of cancel culture. Everything's being canceled. I understand Dr. Seuss racist. I'm not comparing racism to what Cardi B did. I'm not. You have to understand what I'm saying. You have to be very careful.
What are you saying that Cardi's being canceled?
I don't want Cardi to be canceled either. Right. We are canceling things at a rapid rate, right? Whatever they may be, whatever it's for. Why is this okay to air and we're defending that? We're not even allowed to say the name of the song on this show. We can't even say the letters that it stands for. Right. If I say one of those words, if someone overheard me in an office setting say what that song was and someone reported me to HR, I would lose my job. This is the reality of what we're talking about.
It was on at 10 o'clock at night because it's for adults. Just like when you go to Vegas.
It's on CBS, Al. It's not
HBO. When you go to Vegas, you can go see a family show or you can go see a topless show. It's for adults and some are for families, and you make that decision.
Again, but we have to balance out society a little bit here. I totally get what you're saying, and I'm not even against Cardi B. I like Cardi B. But people, I know we gotta go. This is a great conversation.
Really good conversation. Okay, so coming up on the show, a daytime exclusive for DBL, Erica goes one-on-one with
what?
Taylor, the ex-girlfriend.
1 second. How much?
It was on at 10 o'clock at night because it's for adults. Just like when you go to Vegas.
It's on CBS, Al. It's not
HBO. When you go to Vegas, you can go see a family show or you can go see a topless show. It's for adults and some are for families, and you make that decision.
Again, but we have to balance out society a little bit here. I totally get what you're saying, and I'm not even against Cardi B. I like Cardi B. But people, I know we gotta go. This is a great conversation.
Really good conversation. Okay, so coming up on the show, a daytime exclusive for DBL, Erica goes one-on-one with Aaliyah Taylor, the ex-girlfriend of a former pro football player accused of attacking her. We'll be right back.
Okay, I think it's called Never Settle Network. Let me see. Never Settle Show or Never Settle Network? Let me look. Never Settle Show. Let's check it out. Never Settle Network.
It's so easy to fill in.
Premiere.
You just pick out your
Wait.
items, snap a couple of photos,
Premieres 3/16 at 3 p.m. Never Settle Network. Never Settle Network. Never Settle.
I'll be observing your safe driving abilities. Play your cards right, and you could be in for a tasty discount.
Network.
Let's roll.
On YouTube. YouTube. Okay? All right, great. Let me see. The best way to market and monetize your personal brand with Nikki S. E.T. the hip hop preacher guru. What? It says premieres at 3 p.m. If you like this video and want more like it, hit subscribe. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic of personal what? Premieres in 24 minutes.
It is their strategy and their promise to you, but what does it mean?
Well, every letter in clear stands for something.
Hello, everyone.
Because it stands for the lowest price posted on every vehicle, including on BearsandToyota.com.
Upcoming premiere, watch and chat live with other viewers as this upload is shown for the very first time. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. It's about to go down. Hi. Kudos and congrats on the new season. Top chat. What about all chat? Live chat. All right. Woof, you can sit there until it starts. Premieres in 23 minutes. March 16th at 3 p.m.
This Is Us returns tonight on NBC.
Okay, then. Should I change the title again? What does the title say? 27 minutes. Let's change it to 23 minutes.
Welcome back to DBL. Before we get to a couple of stories about moms behaving badly, I have a correction to make. Clearly, I'm not a no. Deep fake videos of the teen vaping. Important to know, smoking is not allowed if you're on the cheerleading team. Speaking to GMA, the girl said she was shocked when her coach showed her the images. Have a look.
I went in the car and started crying and was like, that's not me on video. Because I thought if I said it, that no one would believe me. Because obviously, like, there's proof, like, it's a video. But the video was obviously manipulated.
Next, a mother, and we're going to talk about that, but we're going to show you both videos first. Next, a mother and daughter in Florida are accused of rigging a high school homecoming court election. The mother is an assistant principal, by the way, at an elementary school. The daughter allegedly used her mom's credentials to hack into the system in order to vote for herself as homecoming queen. The mom and daughter now face 3 felony charges related to the crime. Ooh, okay. You're shaking your head. Which one is more? They're both outrageous.
Well, I wonder how much pressure kids, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I wonder how much pressure like high school kids have to do something so diabolical, to get into the computer and make yourself homecoming queen just to feel that sense of pride. It's, I worry about our high school and our
I appreciate your empathy, because you immediately wondered, why is this child acting out, as opposed to criticizing the child. So yeah, I blame the parents as well.
I mean, it's like obviously.
Who's here? Sorry.
Homecoming queen just to feel that sense of pride. It's
ADD. I need to close Crystal's Instagram and
to hack into the system in order to vote for herself as homecoming queen. The mom and daughter now face 3 felony charges related to the crime. Ooh, okay. You're shaking your head. Which one is more? They're both outrageous.
Well, I wonder how much pressure kids, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I wonder how much pressure like high school kids have to do something so diabolical, to get into the computer and make yourself homecoming queen just to feel that sense of pride. It's, I worry about our high school and our
I appreciate your empathy, because you immediately wondered, why is this child acting out, as opposed to criticizing the child. So yeah, I blame the parents as well.
I mean, it's like, obviously this is terrible.
It's the mama. Yeah, honey, it's
that's what it seems like, right, Erica? It seems like the mom is egging this on.
It doesn't seem like it. It is. It's the mama, okay? That's your mama. Yeah. I'm sorry, like, people, this is not about pressure. This is about pride and the idea of winning at all costs. Just remember, people, you never win when you play dirty. You might get a tiny little battle, but you're never going to take home the war, okay? I'm just saying, these women are out here bored, clearly overstepping, overparenting, helicoptering, and wishing that they could live back their days of yore. You can't. It's over. Move on with your life and let your children be. So what's your
I do have a counterpoint to Erica. Okay. Erica, it's a great bonding experience. All right.
ADD. I apparently need more coffee.
Overparenting,
let me see.
This is about pride. And
oh, 6 are running. They're all running. Okay.
Just remember, people, you never win when you play dirty. You might get a tiny little battle, but you're never going to take home the war, okay? I'm just saying, these women are out here bored, clearly overstepping, overparenting, helicoptering, and wishing that they could live
why don't I see you on TV?
You can't. It's over. Move on with your life and let your children be. So what's your
I do have a counterpoint to Erica. Okay. Erica, it's a great bonding experience. All right, between mother and daughter, I'm just saying, they'll never forget it. Be like, remember that time we robbed that bank? High five. Like,
Wolf, why don't I see you on my screen?
This is crazy. The deep fake, are we not going to discuss that?
The delay, hello.
Can we please, I know we only have a few seconds left, but let's just look at that deep fake. I mean, come on. How horrific that she's setting up this other, it doesn't even, I don't know. Wow, that's not even that good.
And that's the worst thing that they could ever do.
I know. Wow. Well, hopefully these moms will suffer the consequences and not the kids. We'll
should I refresh it? Why don't I see my... Why don't I see Wolf on screen? When I see Wolf on my screen. There you go.
How's it feel to turn 50?
There you go.
You know, my family threw me.
All right. How many? Okay, mute. All right. Can you hear the TV? Can you hear the TV?
With the Hartford, you get great savings and exclusive.
What's the background noise? What's the background noise? What's the background noise? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Let me see. Why is it doing that? Let me see. Let me see. Is it these other programs that are running? 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 Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? What if I close the other screen? What if I close the other screen? What if I close the other screen? Oh, it's the scanning the system doing that. Let me see if I can stop that. Oh, it's the scanning the system doing that. Let me see if I can stop that. Oh, it's the scanning the system doing that. Let me see if I can stop that. I'm going to try and fix the sound. Hold on.
As COVID-19 vaccines get distributed globally, Oxford's AstraZeneca vaccine, which has not yet been approved for use in the U.S., has some controversy. Dr. Kyle Foley joins us live. And Doc, we wanted you to weigh in on this. A growing list of countries, including France, Italy, Spain, and Germany, have suspended the use of the vaccine amid concerns of blood clots. But the World Health Organization and the drug's developers say there is no evidence that that shot is to blame. So what do we know about the AstraZeneca vaccine right now? And what do you think about this degree of panic from these countries when health experts are warning against it?
So here's what we know. We know that over 70 million people have received the AstraZeneca vaccine, and we also know that only just over 30 have had this reaction with blood clots. Now, keep in mind that this could just be a background level of blood clots that has nothing to do with the vaccine. So this could just be an association that these people got the vaccine, happened to have a blood clot they would have had anyways, and not necessarily a causation. So, you know, part of me, the physician part, is actually a little bit happy that we're looking so carefully at the data that we're suspending administering more until we're absolutely sure that this is not a causal link. But the citizen part of me and the more rational part of me says this is a little bit of an overreaction. And the problem is that once the public loses confidence in the vaccine, it's going to be really hard to get them to trust it again. And this is a good vaccine.
All right, Doc, we got some good news on vaccines today as well for kids. The first ones are getting the Moderna vaccine as part of a new study. What can you tell us about this study?
So the way that this works, Jeff, is called age de-escalation. So you start with the adults, you make sure it's safe. Then you go to the adolescents, make sure it's safe. Then you go to the younger kids under 12 to make sure that it's safe for them. And so I'm really excited now that the vaccines have entered clinical trials.
It starts in
kids under 12.
14 minutes.
And this Moderna trial is 6,750 kids in the U.S. and in Canada, two different age ranges, 2 to 12 and 6 months to 12. And what they're doing is they're trying different doses to try to find the right doses for our kids. So I'm hopeful that kids, even as young as 6 months, may have a vaccine once this trial completes.
All right, Doc. Well, this question is near and dear to my heart because I have 2 teenagers. I can't believe I'm saying that. And a 6-year-old.
Crazy.
Time is, man. Anyway, well, you know, we're talking about vaccines for kids. I want my kids, especially my teenagers, to have their teenage years, go to the homecoming dances, all that good stuff. How long do you think before all kids will start getting any of the vaccines?
So it's a little hard to say, Al, until the clinical trials complete, but the good news is that the adolescent trials, like Pfizer, for example, already finished enrolling in January. So optimistically, by later this year, the adolescents, your teenagers could have a vaccine. Now, if you think about Sam's kids or Jeff's kids, they're a little bit younger, and since this trial just started today, they're looking looking at 12 months of data. So it's probably going to be next year for those kids younger than 12.
Wow, great information, as always, Dr. K. And you heard my correction earlier, right? Sorry for getting the insulin sugar wrong.
I did. No, you got it perfect.
After the fact. Thank you so much, Dr. Coley. We appreciate you as always.
You had too much glucose, right? That's why you messed up.
That's exactly right. And thank you for honoring that with a response. I would have just blocked your number. You're way more mature than me.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
At Guild.com, get insider app.
You had too much glucose, right? That's why you messed up.
That's exactly right. And thank you for honoring that with a response. I would have just blocked your number. You're way more mature than me.
We'll be right back.
Scanned outdated internet files.
is brought to you by
At Guild.com, get insider
All right,
access
let's
to
see.
popular designers like Valentino, Chloe, and Dior.
Clutter from browsers, leftover e-junk, outdated internet files.
In a flash. Visit Guild.com.
Issue. Fixed. Let me see. Is the sound any better now? Let's see.
Millions of people. Studies.
Hello? Title. Premiere in 11 minutes. 11 minutes.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything.
What? Want to go back up on your perch? Okay. Let me see. It starts in 11 minutes. 11 minutes.
Permanently on your stomach, back,
What? Want to go back up on your perch? Okay.
and
It starts in 11 minutes.
My tummy is gone, my devil chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was a mommy makeover.
schedule your free, no obligation consultation.
Never Settle show premiere in 11 minutes. Listen with me here. With me, watch on
Nourishment is at the heart of everything we
save.
do.
Never Settle show premiere in 11
Everyone
minutes.
deserves
Listen with me
access to
here.
delicious, healthy meals. In just 1 year.
Whoa, there's comments. Can't wait. Let's go. We aren't settling. Joe, Jen, Jersey here. What is that noise? Wow, there's comments. Ready for this feature presentation, my friends? So excited. Hey, Never Settle fam. This is Eileen. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Eileen. Ready for this feature presentation, my friends? So excited. Hey, Never Settle fam. This is Eileen. Hi, Eileen. I'm hearing noise again, though. Hi, Eileen. Ready for this feature presentation, my friends? So excited. Hey, Never Settle fam. This is Eileen. Hi, Eileen. I'm hearing noise again, though. Hi, Eileen. Ready for this feature presentation, my friends? I don't know.
Side effects. Do not use Separately Dual if you have an metallic or electronic head implant, an implanted pacemaker, or wearable defibrillator, or suffering from pain of unknown origin. Side effects may include drowsiness during use, temporary allergic rash on forehead, or low-grade headache following preventative treatment. Go to Separately.com now to try Separately Dual risk-free for 60 days. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Okay, we got an email. See, we checked email too. This is from Michelle. She says, I'm in the Seattle area and the Grammys aired starting at 5.
Oh.
I don't have kids in the house, but I did not want to see the performance. It went way over the line for a network family show. Why do these young women feel the need to do that? Now, 5
p.m. is a good point. I would,
That's true.
That changes everything. If you're watching with your children at 5 p.m. and you want to inspire your kids.
And you have expectations about what's on TV at 5 o'clock. I think after 9 o'clock, then it's kind of dicey. But up until then, I can understand any parent being like, hey, man, come on, dog.
Yeah. That's family hour. 5 p.m. is peak family hour. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show on Facebook or YouTube, but if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. Erica speaks with Aaliyah Taylor, the brave young woman coming forward after alleging her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, they're not showing the second half here.
Player attacked her. It's a daytime exclusive.
It should be on
Plus the dramatic
DBL, Facebook, and YouTube.
Why everyone is still buzzing about it today. And a heartfelt thank you to our coworkers tuning in from home right now as they work so hard. We appreciate you all. DBL is new every day, and we will be right back.
DBL, we'll be right back. Never Settle show premiere starts in 8 minutes. So,
when you see this symbol, you know you're watching television.
Wolf, does your friend want to say hello? Where's Bear?
Today on Roots Less Travel, watch along with JR and his Uncle Al as they revisit their trip to Havana, Cuba for a surprising journey that will separate family fact from fiction. Check it out. This is his house.
I felt the presence of history that he actually walked those halls.
I'm Farouk Tahi. Family unites us, helps us heal, and makes life even more special. So we're taking two people on the ultimate adventure to explore the stories hidden in their family tree. Along the way, they'll discover their past, great moments in history, and most importantly, each other. Get ready for the trip of a lifetime on Roots Less Travel. Watch along edition.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Heard that a few times.
All right, I'm sharing this out.
I live in Nashville, Tennessee. From being a fitness instructor to a paddleboard instructor, managing both those companies. I don't have too much time to do things outside of work, but when I do, I usually spend it with my wife and daughter.
My name is Al Arostami. I live in Coconut Grove, which is part of Miami, Florida. I went to college for real estate. That's what I've been doing all my life.
I chose Al because I knew he had been to Cuba, and I was hoping that's where we would end up. And I knew that he would be so much fun and great on camera. So we didn't see each other a lot.
I think the problem that a lot of us do in life is we just keep going. And we don't stop for a second and say, where's my family been? I enjoyed that we did it together. I don't know anybody else that I would have had so much fun with.
How you doing? Good to see you, JR. Look, man, you guys are here. Tell me, why do this now?
Well, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I realized how little I know about my family. It fascinates me in general, but then to be able to pass something down to my daughter and have the stories and the actual truth behind them, be a wonderful thing.
So there's some stories out there, what do you guys know?
My great-great-grandfather either owned or managed a company in Cuba. I don't know much, but...
No, that's my understanding. And then he also had a lot of land in Cuba.
Oh, okay.
I never knew anything further than that.
Okay.
So it's like I'm getting a little older, and so it's kind of interesting to pass on something to my son. It's been a curiosity of mine for years. What have we done in life? What is important to life? What do we represent? I just turned 70 years old.
Man, you're old.
71 now, buddy. So the key is to do it now.
I found this document in my grandmother's things. I have no idea what it is, and it's all in Spanish, but the very last
Twitter
page has a map of like a plot of some kind, and it's dated 1888.
Wow. Oh, this is not here. I've always known there was this land, Cuba. I've never seen any documentation like this. 1888. Wow, figure out where that is.
If the rumors are true.
I'm looking forward to that. It could be downtown Havana for all we know. It could be hotels on it.
Our sponsor Ancestry has discovered a document I'd like to share with you.
Joseph E. Barlow, a native and loyal citizen of the United States, hereby applied to the Department of State at Washington for a passport to Havana, Cuba. There he goes.
And that is J.R., your second great-grandfather.
Wow.
which will make that Uncle Al your great-grandfather.
My great-grandfather.
And that's his passport.
That's insane.
In here, his occupation is on here. Oh, there it is.
Real estate. That was so cool.
I know. That was a blowout moment for me.
I really don't know much about my dad's side of the family in terms of, personalities or jobs or anything. So, I'd love to see the history of that and the entrepreneurship that runs through the family veins.
Okay, that hashtag was wrong.
And who knows?
Never Settle Foundation's different.
Strong genes. So, with all that, we got to take a trip somewhere. Where do you guys think we're going?
Well, I was in Cuba.
All signs point to Cuba at the moment.
Are we going to Cuba?
Yeah, baby. We're going to Cuba.
Coming up.
It's going to be amazing.
JR and Uncle Al shift gears as they track down their roots.
You ready to get on the ground and do some work? Stay tuned. We sure are.
I'm going to reshare it with the right hashtag. Let's see. Edit profile. No. The best. Which one is wrong? That one's wrong. Delete. Let's reshare the right one from my other account.
If you've been taking COPD sitting down, it's time to make
that commercial annoys me.
With Trelegy. No once daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps people.
All right. It says set reminder. Hi, Marilyn. Eileen said hi, Marilyn. Congratulations on the new season. Woohoo. Wait, I'm gonna stop that. Congratulations on the new season. Hey, Eileen. Hey, Jen. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Michael. It's about that time. Let's go. Hi, Michael. Who is Michael? Okay, you piqued my interest. Never Settle Crew is back. Hi, Lawrence. Hi, Michael and NVS family. Ready to hear Nikki been on her side since the start. What's up, people? Nikki, another Navy sailor, Never Settle fam on the virtual stage. Woohoo! Okay, there you go. All right, is the sound on this thing? Let's see. Home Twitter, Never Settle. Let me close these so that you don't get the sound interference. Apparently the Never Settle Foundation is someone else's foundation doing good work, but it's not the same as the Never Settle show. All right, let's see. Close that. Close Twitter. Where's this? It says premiere will begin shortly. Really happy to take my seat here in chat. Okay. Let me change my title saying broadcast. Let's check the sound. Let me close these so that you don't get the sound interference. Apparently the Never Settle Foundation is someone else's foundation doing good work, but it's not the same as the Never Settle show. All right. Watch on YouTube at the Never Settle Network. Save. Where's this? It says premiere will begin shortly. Really happy to take my seat here in chat. Okay. Let me change my title saying broadcast. Well, if you want to show them, you want me to show them the. Okay, I'm going to close the broadcast network. There, it says 134. I'll show you. You want to. Where's the. Here, look. We live, baby, ready. What's good? Let's see. There's an 8 p.m. show? What? What 8 p.m. show? Same thing? I don't know about any 8 p.m. show. Takes audience selfie with Michael Campbell. Hey, Chris Strub. Let me say hi to Chris. Whoa, where's the picture? Oh, sorry. Hi, Chris. Let me see. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Dr. Vibe. Hi, Dr. Vibe. Whoops, I spelled it wrong. How do I fix that? How do I fix a comment that I spelled wrong? Where's the sound?
My personal brand guru. You're like my personal brand guru. You know that?
As I should be. As I should. I mean,
you've earned it.
As I should. I'm everybody's favorite, like secret. Like I'm not out there, but everybody who knows me, they're like, nah, we're gonna keep you in our pocket. We like you, like the best kept secret with the branding and personal stuff. Man, I got you.
And we're putting you out to the public. Let me give y'all a little bit of background about this. What she's saying is exactly on point. First off, this is Nikki S on Instagram. Secondly, repping Queens in the building.
Yeah,
you know,
all day.
And third, the guru behind the #1 motivational speaker on the planet, Mr. or I should call him Dr. Eric Thomas. Some of y'all know him as E.T., the hip hop preacher. You can see Nikki and E.T. always hanging out, always hanging. We got some great footage of you hanging with E.T., doing the work, getting the things done. Y'all out there taking pics together, making things happen, moving across the country and internationally.
Before COVID. I don't want people to think we out here chilling, but this was before COVID. Don't think I'm out here in these streets right now. I'm not.
No. And you're one half of the Killing podcast. Man, one of my favorite episodes was the one you did on Dr. Dre, but you got so many other ones with Nikki and Moose, so y'all go ahead and support that podcast. We're going to get into monetizing and marketing your personal brand. So we're going to start right now with the first segment that we call Secure the Bag. This is, I want your #1 tip, Nikki, to make money for personal brands. What you got?
I would have to say monetize your community. So we're so big on trying to get followers and keeping them on the actual platform. And that's cool for vanity metrics and everything. But it's about taking them off and providing them with even better content, right? We see that right now with Joe Budden, right? With the whole Patreon thing. He grew a following. He grew a crazy tribe. And then he said, you know what? I've tried the Spotify thing. I've tried all that stuff. Let's create our own platform here, and is giving crazy content. He's doing the same thing. Just saying, you know what? If you want the real content, go over here. So I would say one of the easiest ways is monetizing your community.
Woo! Okay, all right. I'm gonna give my #1 tip. My #1 tip on this is monetizing your expertise. And so what I'm gonna say is all of us have talent, skills, knowledge, and expertise in something. You could transfer that knowledge into products. So book
on Saturday all day,
with E.T. It's killing. You got courses that you could be doing. You got
Never Settle Network on YouTube.
Webinars. You got virtual and physical events. You could be taking your expertise and monetizing that. For example, we just got into launching our first course, which is all about teaching people how to get brand money for sponsorships. A lot of people don't know that cheat code, and it's all I know. Like I've worked with AT&T, Capital One, Wix, FedEx Office, and I'm actually wearing my sponsor right now. One of them anyway, Zenny.
Mario Armstrong. Sean Armstrong.
Placement. You see the product
They
placement.
were on
You see the
Clubhouse
brand?
Saturday for 6 hours.
Stop messing around. You can get prescription eyewear for $6.95 and up. So you can have a whole lot of different styles and fashion. The number one
What's the
online
question?
retailer for your vision is Zenny. So check them out. Thank you, Zenny. Appreciate that.
Hey.
Had to tip the hat.
Right. The imaginary hat. We got you.
But the point I'm making is that, we're doing a course on sponsorships and we're using our expertise to build that product with our base. So I love the fact that you're saying monetize a community, and then I'm saying monetize products.
They had a
All right,
conference.
Secure the bag, done. We taught you how to make some money. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's go.
On Saturday.
Segment 2, we're going to talk about
On
time to
Clubhouse.
upgrade you. This is really all about building your following. I want to talk to you about something.
Okay. Yeah,
What
it's
do you
live
think
now.
about this whole idea
Never
of
said on
engagement
network.
rates and analytics? Case in point,
On
you
YouTube.
did a tweet.
Or you can watch a
You
replay
said,
later.
how will you know what works if you
It's
never
a
check
premiere.
your analytics? Stop posting
Facts.
blindly and post exactly what the people actually rock with. Explain that a little bit deeper. Why are people missing out on this data piece?
So I think we are very influenced by what other people are creating and doing out on social media, that we're not even checking to see what our followers want from us. We're trying to think for them, and they've already given us the data on what works and why they follow us, right? So I'm really big on at least like once a week going into the analytics, going into insights and being like, okay, what is my top post? What has created the most saves, the most engagement, the most reach, whatever it is, because this is the foundation. Now, I'm not saying you're saying don't create new stuff and see maybe that will work and that not, but do you even understand the foundation of your own brand when it comes to your content? Because if not, you're going to continue to like dish out random stuff that is always going to be a hit or miss. You should already know, yo, if I want at least 100 like views, I know I have to put this. If I know I have to get about 200 likes, like you should know your minimum. Like if all fails, I know I can get this amount of comments if I do this post and things like that.
I love that structure. You're thinking more intentional and more strategic about what you're actually doing. And this is why a lot of people spend a lot of time, a lot of energy, and they're not getting the results that they're looking for. And so, I wanted to break down this engagement rate formula. There's a couple of different ways. So number one, like in IG or in your Facebook, you can look at your insights is what you're speaking to. Do you use any software? I use Iconosquare. ICONOSQUARE. I'm going to show y'all a graphic real quick. Here's like a post that I did of myself and Spike Lee speaking at an event. You can see, I'm showing you right now.
Name drop.
You saw that?
You see that? It's real smooth. Like, yeah, me and Spike Lee, this is just a graph. Don't worry. Pay attention to the graph.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, check the logo in the background. You see that?
Right. That's another product placement.
Yeah. You see that capital one right there? Bing. You see that? So look at the engagement rate. Now look at this. You see there's engagement rate based off of my following. And then there's an engagement rate based off of the reach. So I want to ask you a question. My team and I, we don't pay attention to the engagement by the following. And I know that kind of seems to go against what a lot of people think, but it's like, yo, I got 30-some thousand followers. I know Instagram isn't sending my post to all 30,000 followers. So if they're not all seeing it, why am I even using that percentage as a metric for my performance? I only use the metric for how many people actually see it and engage with it. So that's reach, and then the engagement, the shares, the saves, the likes, the comments, all of that, and then that gives me a percentage. What I've been hearing in the market, especially when it comes to brands, is that anything with your engagement reach being over 7%, you're pretty strong. You're doing really, really well. What do you think about that?
No, I agree with that. And some people are going to hear 7%. They're going to be like, what? No, what? How are you? But you have to already understand that Instagram, any of these algorithms don't show more than 10% of your, from your following. So 10% of your people are seeing your stuff. So you can have a guap of followers and it doesn't matter. But for those people who are looking at it, like you got to count, like, yo, who is commenting, who is saving and who's sharing it, all that great stuff, as well as you have to think about the reach, like you said, because I'm trying to get new people. Like, okay, it's a dub for the reach that I can get with my followers, but what is the reach of the new people?
Right.
Like, so all the things that you said is correct, because you got to think of who is interacting with it now, but who can in the future or right now, new people, you know, who sees that.
Mm-hmm. Great point. All right, I got one more tip real quick, and then we're gonna move to our next one. People, do not pay for posts. Don't pay to promote your posts. I did this and learned the hard way. I'd be at 50,000 or more right now had I not been promoting my posts by paying for them, because I taught the algorithm that I'm willing to pay for that reach.
I don't
Instead, pay for ads to get people to then discover you. Don't pay to promote your content that's already popping on your feed.
Pay for ads? I don't pay for ads either.
Now it's time for Shoot Your Shot, Nikki S. We get ready to shoot the shot. All right, so this that moment where we ask you, what's a big moment that you overcame, or when you took that shot? I think of like maybe how'd you hook up with Eric Thomas, but you know, you tell me, what was a big moment when you took that shot?
So I ain't gonna hold you. It was the little thing. I get so excited about the little things. Like when Rick Ross shared my post, I think that was the biggest thing to me currently. So like for those who don't know, like, of course we have a Nikki and Moose podcast, and we kind of break down, you know, current celebrities and everything like that, regardless if they're on it or not, right? So I did this really dope post, and I sent it to Rick Ross, but not from a, hey, can you share me? This is great, blah, blah. I was like, look, I appreciate the business and branding side of you, and I think that doesn't get necessarily talked about enough. And so I just wanted to give you your flowers and this, that, and third. I sent it to him first, but then I gave him that kind of verbiage just to give him his flowers, not asking him anything, not asking him to get on the podcast, not asking him to share it, nothing like that. And he shared it and everything and brought a lot more traction to that episode. And I was like, listen, was this in the DM?
Was this in the DM?
This was in the DM.
On IG?
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all hear that?
DM.
Y'all hear that game plan, that blueprint right there? She didn't ask.
But see, exactly, that's the thing. I'm never going to ask for anything. I'm always going to show respect and appreciation first, because so many people are asking these celebrities and these influencers for something that it's like, yo, they'd rather just like, oh, okay, I'm appreciated, no doubt, thank you.
That's fire. That's a great shoot your shot. That's how you shoot your shot. That's how you do that. All right, let's move on to rapid fire. This is where I ask you quick questions. I need quick answers from you. Yeah. Right out the gate, I'm coming at you with unlimited first class tickets, or you never have to pay for food at a restaurant ever again. Which one?
Travel. Unlimited, yeah, travel.
All right.
I want to get fat, you know what I mean?
How do you continue to learn?
YouTube. I'm not even gonna hold you. YouTube.
Hoodie or sweatshirt?
Hoodie.
All day, rocking that food. Rocking that food. What you rocking? I'm rocking that FUBU collection right now.
Hoodie. From Unusual Jeans, it says, hold on, it says product of New York in Spanish. I ain't going to hold you for those non-Spanish people. Product of New York.
Wave of York. Jay Anthony, Damon John, thanks for the FUBU hookup right there. All right, favorite pair of kicks?
Okay, that's not rapid. I would have to say Jordan 3s.
Why?
Jordan 3s. I just like the structure and the feel for it and the simplicity.
Where am I?
Oh, look, I can pull.
Because I on True Blue, you know what I'm saying? You got me.
Oh, listen, and those in the cements, like those are great. The black cements and the True Blues all day. I am good with that.
Yeah. All right, last one here. Favorite app, if you ever go to app, what you got?
InShot.
InShot. Oh, I've heard you talk mega on this app. You love this thing. Why?
All
Real
day.
quick, why?
It is the most simplest video and photo editor in the world. You're not really going to need anything else. It has transitions, filters, words, all that great stuff. It's just an all-in-one kind of vibe, regardless of what kind of level that you're on.
And that's rapid fire. Nikki S in the building. Thank you so much. Look, y'all make sure that y'all support Nikki S. Follow that podcast, Nikki and Moose. Check that out. Make sure you following her on the gram at This Is Nikki S. Plus in Clubhouse, she's killing it. Anything else you want to mention where people can check for you?
Nah, come at me on Instagram. I'm there. Get to know me more over there. I'm gonna hold you. I'm not gonna tell you to do anything. Just come get to know me more over there in Instagram.
She's got a killer tribe over there, y'all. So make sure that y'all support her. She's a genius. She's my brand expert. Now y'all met her too. If you didn't already know, now you know why we big on Miss Nikki S. All right, Nikki, we appreciate you being on Never Settle. I'll holler at you soon. All right, take care. And everybody in the building, look, if it's important enough for you to do it, you got to do it, even if all the odds are against you. So go and make that dream happen. Hit me in the DM. Check out our website. If you want to get to our course, our new course just launched, a sponsorship course, go to neversettle.store. Neversettle.store. Make sure you sign up. I'm going to teach you how to get those brand dollars. And Never Settle Show online. NeverSettleShow.online. That's our home site. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time on Never Settle. Peace. Hey, thanks for sticking around all the way to the credits. I really appreciate you being here. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit me with a like. But more importantly, comments. I want to read your comments and react to that. Subscribe and share this out. It really means a lot to us when you do that. Also, if you're looking for any free worksheets or any of our free stuff and our tools, go to neversettleshow.online. And if you're looking for merch or our courses or any of our digital products, go to neversettle.store.
Okay, that's it. He's on I'm going to go over to Clubhouse, so I'm going to end this broadcast. I'm sure I'll get my 250 views on one broadcast by Sunday night.